Yep.
Welcome back, my lovely snowflakes, or welcome in if you're new here. We're playing the Outliers today for Dungeons & Dragons with my family and a couple of friends. And we're just getting started, so let's have fun.
Something.
I think it's like Beware Zombies and Plants.
Yeah, there was the guy with the sign, but I thought that was at the tower.
And then I joked.
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember it now. Because you're just like, hey, where's the druid?
No, I joked. I was like, there must be some kind of holy fire because zombies and fires are supposed to beware. Zombies and
Right.
Zombies don't like fire.
plants and zombies and plants are supposed to beware. So it must be some kind of holy fire. And the guy was like, sometimes you're that nice smart person. I know.
Alright, so the path leads
Damn it.
out of the ruined town.
I forget how nasty these things taste when they're warm.
What's that?
Oh, come on.
I really wish I could roll a book or something.
Alright.
20, 19, 18, 17.
There should be sound coming through. Bye, Mama, thank you. Mike's picking up something.
Bow, 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 bow.
Spotify isn't coming through.
Better.
So I spent a good 2-3 hours in the ER this morning with Cooper. Bronchitis, inflammation of his lungs. It's allergy season.
Yeah.
Hold on, rules. Chicken tacos, not very many.
Chicken tacos, fish.
Right, now you're not.
Eat on the phone.
I think about 15.
Really?
And then we have cream cheese.
French toast sticks. Great. Syrup.
And cream cheese dip.
And a cream cheese bowl. Where are all the cream cheese little dance for the hand of Cinderella?
I seriously, I turned it on, thought I was going to use it, and ended up not using it.
What's that?
She checked my laptop. And I was
You touched it and now it won't turn on?
Yeah.
well, she took it out of my bag. And
I used it for, I was going to use it for the therapy thing, and I ended up using my phone, because I couldn't figure out how to send the link from my phone to the computer, and now it won't work.
she had it on my table.
Did you guys come up early next Thursday?
26.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle of study now.
Cooper has his first therapy that day.
But I have everything on my phone today.
We'll get out of school.
I got what I need. Ooh,
Hello.
oh,
How did it felt amazing or terrible?
Like it hurt.
A little bit of both.
that was one of those ones that hurt so good.
Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good.
But that was one of those ones where when it, you feel all that tension just immediately release, and you're just like, yeah.
As your gins are gently tugging you down the road, you begin to think in your mind, I love it that my gins gently tugging.
That
I'm just waiting for everybody to get in.
earlier. The dad and mom made in front of me and Hope.
She said she doesn't like me to rub the back because I don't just stay on the back. I'm like, what the purpose is there for that? It's to get to rub the front, right?
Wax on, wax off.
I'm tuning knobs.
Just tuning the FN radio.
AM,
That's awesome.
I'm tuning it.
I'll get there soon.
Oh, I really hope.
It has.
Why do I have any sex with a little wizard in bikini view?
And then even
Yeah, hold on.
I can sorry, I'm trying to say Jafar.
Dad.
That was perfect.
Oh, goodness.
One had a 0, the other one did not. Actually, there's any on the sides.
No.
There's just a.
I wanted to Cooper.
Yeah.
So, do you want anything else?
one of the things on the top.
What?
One of the things on top of the
An
picture.
apple fritter. Did you eat any of those already? I thought so. And your mom ate any? She was like, did you eat these? I'm like, no, I don't really. I can't eat those. They will put me into diabetic anaphylactic shock.
Good for you.
I figured that, so that's why I ate them.
If they're not marked, they're not otherwise marked. I mean, they're going to get eaten one way or the other. So
Those kind of boxes, it's almost better than
yes.
That was the rule. That was the rule we had to put in place at my with my mother-in-law, or well, with my father-in-law. Actually,
Okay.
he'd it kind of just.
I think he technically made it. It's just
If it was open.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Parker
Oh.
with his shades.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm not Willis.
He didn't say it.
You just watch TV.
What's up, Willie B?
What's up, Willis?
How cool are you, John Cusack? Your daddy?
What's up, Willis?
What's up, Daddy?
What's up, Willis? Haley usually goes, oh, no, Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Have you even seen that show? Yes.
With the folks. That's just like every kid in America goes, ooh, 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 and that's from Welcome Back, Cotter.
Yeah.
Epstein. What a name. Vinnie Barbarino. I only remember the teacher, Mr. Carter, Vinnie Barbarino, and Epstein. That's the only three characters I remember from that. And it's only because Vinnie Barbarino was John Travolta.
Yeah.
Okay. As you move through Ruin City, you come to the gate on the far side. And while the whole city itself is a ruined slag,
Something.
this gate stands almost like brand new.
Shiny.
Oh, great.
There's a bank of fog that starts at the edge of town and goes behind the gate,
Excited you didn't want it?
and you can't.
I'm already pulling the buzz from.
This is too quick. Yeah.
I don't even drink and I'm on a new medicine. Ah, yeah. So.
See, mixing their grows. Good job.
You don't really want to do that. But
So there's a 20-foot tall archway.
This morning, so it's not like it's.
There's a 20-foot tall archway, and the fog goes right up to the edge of the archway, but not inside the town.
Is there something we already knew about this? Because I forgot why we're going here.
You know, your gyms are pulling you down the road.
Oh wait, no, is this the? Because we're on what road going to what town? Tribor.
That's where they found Simon, remember?
Hey Taylor, can you put this
In the D&D movie.
I'm not drinking it.
From Tribor.
Oh no, I didn't remember that at all. I've only seen that twice, I think. So
I've seen it like 7 times.
I've only seen it 1.5.
And I just now realized that his name is Jonathan and not Jonathan.
Hey, they knew that Jonathan was going to help him escape.
Yep.
yeah.
The funniest part of that is when they were like, "But we were going to...
We were partying. We were partying you.
I still love it.
Pardon. I also love that the end when
He tried to get him, and they run into a brick.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's the fair aesthetic now.
Only it was, wasn't that Forge?
yeah, because he heard the story of how they escaped, and he tried to escape the same way. Don't you love being the reason there's something?
It's like how they gave a nod to how many DMs were irritated about Eric Crockers now being a playable race. Just like, and this is why we don't like this.
Well, that's actually what I played the Eric Crocker in the one shot last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Ryan has an
She has a
Eric
very
Crocker character.
successful ED institute
That's
right
the
now.
one that sounds pretty cool.
Eric Cocker.
Working on that.
That name-
Why do you?
Or that was his name, was Dr. Eric Cocker.
I can't really read that.
He's not allowed to have
Is that
that.
like Dr. Kevorkian?
You tell him he's not allowed to have that.
There's nothing better than
You're not allowed to
any
have
doctor
it.
named Eric Cocker.
But you can't have that because you wax people with it.
Yeah.
My brain's so quick. So yes, we're in where there's fog.
You know what else is going on?
Vaguely.
What's that?
I just like she knows what's going on before she does stuff.
Well, I was gonna cast Gust on the fog to see if I can get it to lift. So
Enough to win?
yeah, so we can get in front of us a little further. I mean, that is fair.
I just sort of, I'm gonna cast. I was like, what are you casting?
You thought about it.
I was like, we're at it.
Okay, so the blast of the little puff of air goes through the arch, it hits the wall of fog, and it swirls and around and moves, but it doesn't go anywhere.
It's magical. So it's like the wall in Frozen, the one that Olaf keeps running into.
What about the wall?
It's magical. It's a magical fog. Like, it didn't. Because it.
Or it's just so thick,
Oh yeah,
you
it's
can't
so
blow away.
wicked. Yeah.
Thick with two C's.
Yes. Fat.
Maybe
Yeah. Fat. Thick. Fog. Happy
That's all I know what to do.
You're right.
I tried something.
Wow. Let's see. Just a happy little cat.
I'm assuming there's walls on either side of the 20-foot gate.
No, there's slag. There's a wall of fog.
So it's just.
Why do I suddenly get like the opening sequence of Baldur's Gate 2 Dark Alliance?
Frozen 2. Whenever you're
That
entering.
gate?
Gate and fog.
That was a different thing, but yeah.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm picturing in my mind here.
No, I would rather not be surrounded by 5 or 6 Nightwalkers, thanks. I'm good.
Right?
Perception.
Oh gosh.
Well.
It's like 10.
Oh wait, no, that's
I
like
think-
13.
I was literally just about to ask to make that check, but okay.
16? That's a 16 for me too.
So you
Mine's an
guys, everybody with above 13 and above, you see a rat scurry around the corner and take off into the fog. It only gets about.
You know more about nature stuff.
It only gets
That means
about
you're okay, right?
6 inches before it gets obscured in about a foot, and you can't see.
Does that mean it's safe to go in? Does anybody have rope? Does anybody have rope? Yeah.
We have
You make a tiny little lasso and rope the rat.
No, I'm gonna transform into a rat and then
Okay.
put the rope around me and then
Oh, you go lasso yourself.
and then give rope to somebody who can.
I'm gonna have a spider.
I really wish we had Thud, because Thud would have like tied the rope around him. And
Hold on. We don't need rope. I've got a spider that just spins web. We can just have it spin a strand around you and just let you go and just reel you back in.
Let's do that. Okay, go into the fog as a rat.
Okay. You travel your first 30 feet, you're still in the fog.
Wait, I keep going.
You travel another 30 feet, you're still in the fog.
I go 30 more feet.
And you feel the strand that was holding you disappear. and you're on a hillside overlooking a small town.
So does
Is
my
it like
spider
slack
notice
or-
that it goes slack?
Well, you got it. Actually, it's a spider web, so it kind of goes.
So it drifts along that?
Yeah.
Alright, hey guys, think we got a problem.
He took off. He tried to go stab him against and use major armor on the rat, and it missed the crap.
That's not normal. Nature, just in case you're wondering.
As soon as they go slack,
What else did you want me to tell you?
as soon as they go slack,
We're playing the reincarnated sister.
Uh-huh.
So he runs in after
Just
me.
making sure I'm not just about to be stupid in what I'm fixing to do.
Because the road goes slack, and he runs in after me.
You run 6 feet, and then you fire breaks, and you're standing next to Duck, who's standing slack job looking at a village, and turn around and there's a fog bank behind you.
That's it. What?
I stopped saying that the moment we joined this troop. Did you not realize that at all?
Impulsivity.
The only time I ever in my battle, but usually I appreciated that.
Fair.
So the three of us just sitting like, I feel like
Your gems are pulling you toward the fog.
an impulsive by a situation.
So it's Siegfried. That's not really hard. Like you could.
I'm your wife, and I just disappeared.
yeah, and I'm just like, can I really have detect magic? Can I at least see what kind of school of magic the fog is? If it's just conjuration, or if it's like evocation or something like that.
What is it called? What makes you plane travel? What kind of magic?
That would be transmutation, I believe.
I think whatever it is, that's what you get.
Oh, wait. How much do I know about Barovia?
Fog. You haven't seen it.
I'm like,
My mind immediately went to that.
well, that's exactly what you did to Barovia in Shadows of Fog.
Heavens up.
She just saw a village.
You don't know that I saw the village.
No, that half is meta, but like the other half of it is like, wait, comes into transmutation magic. This is a fog. What things I've heard about
Okay.
transmutate in with fog. That is really good.
I'll just play it. I'll look at the audience when I get there.
No, that's only in the other. This
I'm
character is
leaving
like,
her.
So I can play Jason Bowman anyway.
So
Because
basically,
well,
I
you're
used
a
to
crap.
live from
The
the
druid speak
thing,
is one thing,
and I
but
got her knee and
you're so
her
far
leg
away.
attached to it, and so trying to
No, especially because fog
put it on a thing.
so much when you're in it. So
yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So far, this one I like better than the berry, actually.
The last time somebody let me go without stopping me, I played for an hour and a half, and didn't finish all of my songs. Right, we'll keep going until we finish. All right, man. We'll play a game with my family, so I'm gonna let you go. Bye bye.
Go looks around and see if there's anything that looks dangerous in front of him.
That went from you gotta play classic rock and I need your help to play yes to okay, you gotta play classic rock and country. Okay. Alright, you can play your stuff, classic rock and country. I'm like, okay. So I think the kids are gonna leave at 7 o'clock, you can just do your regular show. I'm like, okay.
wow, that evolved quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not kid friendly. But it doesn't have to be. Like the songs that are not kid friendly don't have to be. But they're they're country drinking songs. So the kids are gonna be like, hey man.
Yeah, would you
Not to mention when I'm like,
show stick over there?
Lindsay Lohan
Okay.
got caught with blood and ain't been to prison yet. They're gonna be like, who's Lindsay Lohan?
I have a couple of songs that you should do anyway, like a reunion song.
Oh, I already do that. That's guaranteed part of my show.
Gotta look around to see if there's anything immediately dangerous.
There's a really suspect looking blade of grass to your left.
So, so to detect magic, but like I'm not feeling anything malevolent. It's just
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
teleportation.
Nothing
magic.
off, nothing dark.
He turned back.
No vampire sensing.
She's okay. I think everything's all right, but there's just still a piece of grass I'm not sure about.
Can we even hear that?
Not from outside the phone.
That's what I thought.
It's like, okay, I left it.
Dude, they can't hear you.
We don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, roll an intelligence check. What'd you roll?
19.
You're like, I couldn't hear you running until you got almost to me. I don't think they can hear you. So yes, she would have figured that out. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, then as soon as I showed up, you heard me shouting down. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
Like
see,
he's running and you hear it. No, you hear it. I'm scared.
Well, looking at that, I'm gonna just look around and be like, well, you trust me, right? I got you this far. On the spider, I'm just gonna be like, we go, and I'm just gonna.
So you go about 60 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and perception is what was it, 15?
Passive, yeah.
Okay. And you notice there's about 10 feet where you don't hear any sound.
Mm-hmm.
What's your passive?
13.
You don't notice.
Yeah.
And
Not to wise.
That's my job.
roll a DC 25 perception.
Golly.
You shouldn't get the roll.
Oh, I'm sorry, DC 20.
Oh, okay. That's a little easier.
Sorry. I'm back in 3-5. My bad.
Exactly freaking 20. That's 14 plus 6. 20 exactly.
As you come out of the fog, you see Duck and Gutter standing there. There's a small town down the hill.
Mhm.
And in your mind, you're triggered because you recognize the road and some of the buildings in the town. However, where there used to be the construction of a keep, there's an actual tower and keep and wall now. There are many more buildings.
Is this Grey Hall?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Or,
Why would I recognize that then?
We met her.
Oh, I've scried on it before, haven't I? Because I scried on the
Mhm.
brothers. Oh.
And before you lays a larger version of the village of Home.
Huh. Wait, what? That's exactly going to be her response. Just that. Oh. This shouldn't. I'm so confused.
And Gutter, you had a vision of Elminster. And there's a crack in the pane on your side of the glass that he's holding.
How did that one?
So crap.
And like some light seeping through,
And that's my little one.
No, Daddy says you can't play with these.
barely.
Hold on, my little one.
I'm just gonna kind of sit because, like, I should know that this should not technically be here because we just came from Forgotten Realms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what? Huh? Okay, now I'm just as confused as you. This shouldn't be here.
What are you doing?
You're still on the other side.
Yeah, no, I was you know, I'm trying to like, I'm just gonna sound like one else was going through. Don't you have yours on the amulet?
Mm-hmm.
You're like chains starting to float up in the air. Alright.
Nobody knows.
Alright,
Follow your little.
Without knowing what's on the other side, Siegfried's gonna, draw his crossbow and walk through the fog.
Is the safety on, old Betsy?
When you go through the
I'll
silent,
find out.
when you go through the silent part, the ghost of the little child releases from your shoulder and floats through the fog. Back where you can.
Okay. Now, do I feel anything or hear anything when that happens?
You feel a little lighter. Like you're lifting 1,000 pounds and now you're only lifting 999.
So
Can't
there,
knock it off, buddy.
It's raining dice.
I was gonna say, so a bunch of boulders just fell, we all died.
That's all you got. Nick, your turn.
Everybody's scattering the funny eagle shapes with numbers on them.
Everybody takes 500.
Okay, here you go.
As long as that's in your tray. And then put your bag on top of it.
Richard said something like that about 2 weeks ago in their current campaign. He was just like, and we'll just follow you all and you die. Man, new campaign, guys. Congrats. Quickest campaign ever.
I think one have ever killed beginning characters. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure I fudged the rules, so it wouldn't happen.
So if you hadn't,
Yeah.
Gobi, and that's part of why he rolls privately. What do you need?
well, my Saturday game, I forgot that
Dad,
one
do
of
you have
our
a box
players.
you can roll those in?
No.
I forgot that one of our players has never used D&D Beyond before.
Wait. No.
So when he upgraded his character, he
Yeah.
forgot to
Use a plate.
double check his hit points because I was using max hit points. So he forgot to change his hit points. Well, he takes 2 hits from the freaking working and he's down. And I'm like,
She's like,
How can you
yeah, no, it was just like, hold on, I know everybody has at least like 40 hit points or
Why you
40
don't have
good.
an
Why are you
extra
down?
Right.
We get to the end of the game, and I was like, what is your freaking max HP? And he was like,
using this.
28, and I was like, oh, that's why you went down. I mean, he's playing a rogue, so you know.
Where's the red one that Dad had? He's using it. Oh.
Here, hang on a second.
Here. All sports.
Here's one.
Here you go, buddy.
Got a box sheet roll in.
Say thank you, Chris. No, you can use it to grow in.
On my box.
Go put it on the table.
That's so cute. This is not my box.
Go put it on the table, buddy. No, it's Chris. You can use it. Go find a box, buddy.
Yes.
Here, can you give me the tower and I'll give him this one? There you go. Thank you, Mommy.
Bye. You have something he wants, and you set it down. He'll like slide up beside you.
Oh my
He'll
god.
grab it and put it up next to his chest and take off.
Be like, yes,
So
He does a couple
yes.
times with
What
my
was
keys.
it yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, he did a couple times with my keys.
Yeah. The one that yesterday I had that he came up and I'm like, hey, that's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, it was my unopened bag of munchies.
Yep, and he took all of it.
He stealthily snuck up and he goes, and it took off.
Went in the hallway, hid behind the door.
I'm like, dude, that's mine.
Yeah,
Willow's just like poking at a blade of grass and
he
then
was definitely a magpie.
Tender.
taking his eyes for
Yeah.
Or half the lot of food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, the funny thing is, the first cat that I actually remember my mom having,
Thank you.
since I was like 4 or 5, she named him Tasselhoff Burfoot, and nobody got the joke until I read the Dragonlance books, and I was like, that's why you named him that! Especially in his old age, because in his old age, you know, my mom is a bad cat parent, she fed him food. And in his old age, he didn't wait for you to tell him yes or no. He waited till you got that chip right by your mouth. He'd go, mine.
Go play.
And my mom was like,
Go for it.
He's like, I'm old, I'm grumpy, and I don't care. Give me. You couldn't have McDonald's French fry without having him 8 inches up your rear behind.
So,
Actually, we need help opening it.
the fog behind you lifts and dissipates, and there's a road just going behind you. And all of your gens just settle.
I'm not even paying attention now. I'm just looks like this is not. Well, we're not in Kansas anymore, y'all.
It's like poking a blade of grass with his.
He's walking out of the
Wait, what?
So you're caught up over it, Roland. They literally just made that joke.
Gunner's like poking at a blade of grass with his staff, and then his eyes go white.
Just as Siegfried comes out of the fog, he kind of. This fog to space.
If you would have done that the whole time.
Yeah, but it's wait 3 rounds, it sucks back in.
It's like that episode. It's like that episode, that reverse episode of Family Guy. Family Ipecac scene.
Poke blade of grass, eyes go white.
Oh god.
That Elementster guy that was holding up the signs.
Uh-huh.
We've all seen, except this time, there's a crack on the other side. And the light was shining through.
I want to say
What
that's
have you
good, but
been
that
I don't know if my husband has been smoking, but
I
I'm
haven't
very sorry.
decided whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think that's a good.
Down the hill and up the road, there's a low wall with a just like a regular wooden gate in it, not like a security gate, but
Alright.
something you'd have to open to go through it, right?
Okay.
I am going to very subtly, because I'm still gray skinned. I'm in my drow skin, but I'm still gray skinned. I'm going to be putting my hood up and just keeping my hands covered. This place doesn't like, shall we say, my origin race, and I don't think they're going to treat me much differently.
Are there any,
When my brothers came here,
Is there any
it
movement in the town?
for them.
or is it just, does it look like
Yeah, you can. It's a town. They're going to town. There's so you notice the St. Cuthbert Temple is still up on the hill on the north side, but you notice that there are a couple other symbols rising in there. And the town has probably grown more than double since the last time you sprayed it.
That's right, because we put things of Salune and Sane up there.
Yeah.
Sune and Sane up there, didn't we? Are those the ones I noticed?
Yeah.
We're growing, Charles! Our influence grows!
No. Is this? Who's that?
Well, the last time you guys saw Homestead, it was burnt to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking it was that one.
Well, but you didn't.
Charles did.
I know.
Yeah. The only reason she even recognized is because she had scried it, and she had seen you guys interacting with some folks.
Did she know it got burnt down?
Huh?
Did she know it got burnt down?
I believe I did.
Laurel did, yeah.
Yeah,
He was
Laurel.
with us.
No, Laurel wasn't with you when it got burnt down. Laurel probably was a part of it getting burnt down. Yeah, mine. Yeah, Laurel knows everything.
I rolled a 1 and a 2, and then I rolled a 20 and a 20. Yay! It's gonna be. Oh, wait, no, back to me.
So,
From there's another gate about 100 yards up where the town proper starts.
Hey, buddy.
And there's a couple of guys you see pushing them open, and about 10 guys with pole arms are marching in time behind a guy on a horse, and they're coming toward you, and they stop about 15 feet in front of you.
I'm going to take a second thought and actually not put myself, now that I think about it, because I know, because Lucy would still have had a reputation at some point, and so would Jace there. So, actually, as they come up, I'm just going to look to them and just say,
The guy on the horse pulls up in front of you, throws his hood back, and you recognize him, but it's not really. And he says, "Hell, I am Elmo of the Guard." What is your business in Hamlet?
Hey, Elmo, you want to go get some drinks?
You don't know him.
I'm gonna look to Elmo and be like, I recognize you somewhat.
This guy is bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and obviously not drunk. Yeah, very, very serious, actually.
Well, I'll tell him I am Laurel Moonshadow, the sister of Lucian Moonshadow,
The sister of Lucian.
redeemed, and I'll show him the symbol of Saiyanine that I wear.
They planted churches in this town that actually grew. I'm glad to see you. However, I must say that your kin did cause quite a calamity on this town.
Yes,
But it has rebuilt stronger than ever before.
and I'm happy to see that, as the calamity that befell y'all was an unfortunate, let's just say coercion to magical extremes on my part.
It's,
Well put.
it is fine. Well, being as you are the kin of Lucian, you are welcome in the town. The welcome ranch is still at the middle of town on this road. There may be beds to be had there if you need a place to rest. If perhaps you have a chance in the tavern later tonight, I would like to speak with you.
Is the keep my brothers found with their companions, is that still theirs? Is it still there?
It's the moat house.
Yes.
Yes, the moat house is still there. And in fact, that building is why I feel like I need to speak with you guys.
Oh, alright, very well.
There are strange happenings afoot.
Well, we shall meet you promptly then.
Is your computer still dead?
Sure, I don't know how to deal with it.
It's working on
Everything to do with it.
Is it restoring itself?
It says it's working on updates.
Oh, it's updating. That sucks.
Okay.
I know, I'm just saying. That happened to me one time when I was taking an Uber ride and it shut my Uber app off and updated my phone before I
So,
got where I was going.
blast from the past?
A few. A few blasts from the past. Elmo, can I ask? You're quite different than the last time I saw you. I take it that is due to the destruction that had been laid way? Sorry, I was scrying on you back in my crazier days.
Well, that's fine. I never really have been a drunk.
What's that chick?
Oh, he's serious.
Really?
So,
Who's ruling the township here now?
Rufus and Bernie. The town elder died in the fire. And the town has elected Rufus and Bernie as the town's protectors. They finished the building of the castle and tower. It is now Rufus's tower. Bernie's badgers are still, as these men behind you can see. That's when you notice the little badgers thing. You're like, oh yeah, it's those guys.
I don't think I knew about that before
Yeah.
the game, but now was Rufus and Bernie, those were the guys that were running it before, is that right?
They were the adventurers that
The other adventure.
yeah, the Viscount of Vertobonk had sent them there and asked them to build a keep to keep watch on the area after the destruction or the first war of Dinwiddie Meadows.
Okay.
And then once the adventuring party that came from Hamlet brought the temple low, they cleansed the rest of the area from the everything that was running out of it. The town of another double 17. The town of the village of Knoll has been abandoned and is filled with the restless dead.
I think the last thing she'll say before they...
And anything else needs to wait until we talk later. The walls have ears.
Don't they always?
Lana's
She'll-
looking the soldiers over, just kind of assessing their combat ability.
She's a warrior one. militia type guy. Look like they're well fed, in shape, and they march like well ordered. You would appreciate it. They march like a well ordered unit.
I'm gonna also just I'm gonna be like, while I appreciate the hospitality, I feel that maybe you should warn the townsfolk before I enter with, she's gonna smack the side of her cider, just because I feel like they might have some flashbacks and that might not be good. But I'm trying to show people they're not evil as my kin makes them.
Well, the people here are not as so skittish as they used to be. There's been quite a bit of action come through town, one might say.
Alright, fair enough.
And like I said, I must do the rest of the rounds. There are strangers afoot, and we need to talk about it later.
Yeah.
So, ho, well met again.
And what time will
See
you
you
be
all
on?
this evening after the night's crow.
Okay. Alright. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm on my way around town.
Multiple kinds of action in that town. Going around that town.
Uh-huh. And
With Charlotte.
I'll at least make everybody, give everybody note of what he just said about the walls having ears, so just, if it's not something that anybody could just know by looking at us, let's just keep it to ourselves. When someone says the walls have ears, that means there's people looking to use information against you.
Gunnar looks back to see if the fog walls were there. Nope.
I honestly thought that you were going to say Gunnar was looking around to see if there's any ears on the wall.
Yeah, right.
I literally thought that's what you were going to say. Can you hear me?
Rover comes out.
If
Oh,
the fog wall was still there, you would be like, just forget about what I said about the whole vision thing. Don't worry about it.
it's nothing.
I was high on some mushroom root.
You saw what I
Go
said
over here like it's this little tuft of grass and burns it with a little pressed food face and stuff. He won't be talking anytime soon. Only him and his whole family.
The whole root network, just all the grass in that area just blackens.
No, we ruined our LinkedIn.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna look back at Ron and just be like, well, off we go.
So this is what the village looks like now.
Yeah, it looks much more spruced up.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it has good defenses. There's more houses. There's more business.
I'm sure there are plenty of quarterstaffs that'll tip on the no pay.
Exactly. You'll see what you're saying.
There is, in fact, a whole rack on a wall. like a pull stick rack.
They probably named it after him. It would be Jason at the
I
time.
was gonna look at him and realize I didn't know how much.
The other name, Craigus.
Craig staff or something.
The craziest stuff.
Yeah, if we see that on the way in, I'm just gonna look at the guy that's selling them. She's like, how much for
Just
one?
walking in the welcome ranks, there's a bunch of guys playing pool with metal top staffs.
Oh, where can I buy one of those?
We couldn't figure out how to use them in combat, so we just Damn things keep breaking our balls.
I mean,
She's not paying attention.
they're used to other things breaking their balls, so.
Wow.
Like a little rack. You put the balls in to break them.
That'll tip
It's called a snow rack.
holes. And it keeps breaking and it falls.
Yeah, and the chocolate you're putting on the end of your cue is the nut butter.
Nope.
Lubricant makes the world go round.
Well, it certainly makes the
At
ball
least it
round.
helps Princeton's, huh?
Yeah, Emma goes out, she's like, Emma, man.
He's submerged in his work as they move around the wall.
Goodbye, 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 bye, goodbye, bye, goodbye, bye.
I think at some point it's just gonna be alright. It's a no.
Can I kick him now?
No. What? What just happened? I'm the one that's supposed to be like borderline psychopathic here. What just happened?
Take care of the world.
Every time.
Ah, that's what it is. I gain emotion from taking care of you. Alright, that makes sense.
Anytime Gunner makes a comment like that or does something like that, he is automatically Siegfried is going to automatically look to you and be like, can I kick him now?
No.
How about no?
No. There's been the one time he just lets the staff run him into a wall. He's like, okay, no.
Alright, and you guys are going to the inn of the Welcome Witch.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to take a little bit of a scenic route, just kind of seeing how much has changed, but yeah.
And Gunner's just like, this place is big.
Also trying to keep the group corralled.
Right. Which I've never seen a place this big.
I feel like my spiders
I
are the
haven't
perfect
been
spiders.
since I was a child.
It's like a almost like a castle.
Things have been quite small since.
Oh, Ron, I don't know how I told you how there's different realms and it's hard to get to these places. Like, for instance, in Fangor, which you know of. We're not home.
Gotcha.
This is a whole separate plane of existence.
Gotcha.
Wall.
Yeah.
How now?
Huh?
16.
That doesn't actually.
I'll have to
Start tapping the wall with staff.
ting, 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 ting,
Some
ting.
ears.
That sounds.
Oh no, he just needs to be.
No, you just assumed it's like tapping on a fish tank, you know?
Oh, I had a laugh. He's just taking like his his little water skin, just putting some water on, and just going, "Can you hear that?" It's just a wheelie for the wall.
Or he just sits there and just taps on the wall, and the wall just kind of does that little like warp ripple effect. I remember from like
One of the times when he does it, I
Mario
goes down
64.
and he goes,
where you jump in.
That's hilarious. Yeah, the town's grown up. There's a couple of major temples now, or bigger, not for the town. It's now the population is almost 1,000 people, which is mostly humans. There's a few halflings, a few elves, a few gnomes, a couple of dwarves. You hardly see any, half-breed races like elves or orcs, half-orcs, half-elves. Yeah, you might run across one.
I'll lead them by the temple for any who want to, or not by the temple, by the inn for any who want to actually stop in at the inn, but I'll show them where it is, but then I'll look back at Ron and saying, I've got somewhere I want to visit real quick. Join me if you want to, but you're not too religious.
It's like you're
Yeah, they're religious.
I somehow doubt it will be toward my pork show.
Same is his wife, so a little bit. I mean, they'd be accepting really.
Simple curly tattoos on her.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I mean, you know Satan's life. Or his life.
Yeah.
gonna take care. Sorry. See you later. I'll be in the bar.
And so you're taking people low.
No, actually, he's going to go. Siegfried's actually going to go to the prize.
Oh, good, they're right there.
But not for the staff.
I feel the little one is like, hey, by the way,
Brian was like, yeah, some full special Olympics things never showed back up for him. Now I'm stuck with them. Nobody wants them.
if we talk to Blacksmith, ask him to have some military staff, because Just pick them up. I'll pay you back for it later. Trust me, the joke's worth it.
No, not really.
But
Okay, so blacksmith,
and then
Temple of Saying.
yes.
Drinking.
And Jack is gonna go with him if
Yeah.
he doesn't overindulge too.
Take your cut.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. Yeah, I'll let.
So you guys meander into the inn's main room. The tap room is quite busy. It's probably 3 in the afternoon. There are quite a few people around. They're having meals and not really any hard drinking going on yet. It's just it's mainly the you can tell by the way they carry themselves. It's the regular town folk. And you guys, there's a table on the far side that'll seat 2 people. That's open.
He said he's going somewhere. He said it's kind of religious. And we're walking by the bar. He stopped us by the bar to show us where it is. He was like, "You can come on if you want. If you want." And he was like, "Church? Ooh, I'm having deja vu." Bye.
Right?
Go to the bar. Do you go into the bar too?
Yeah, because I gotta keep you out of trouble.
What you
Inside chick. Got it.
Time just saying.
I go over to the take 10 on that one.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
That 2-person table.
Okay.
And then just went down one of the.
Do you follow the staff to the table?
But if he shows up drunk already, they're not gonna serve him.
There's a table by the wall.
Yes.
This is medieval fantasy. Of course they'll serve him. He'll spend more.
Careful about what we talk about.
My God. Like, I'm appreciating the fact that you're getting into your church. Good God.
I think it's great.
I mean, it's great. It's
And nobody will really know if he actually believes it or if he's joking.
That's the hard part about it. Like, you can never tell. See, you can never tell. You can never tell if you're joking or you're being
I'm always joking. A lot of the time he's joking.
Okay.
He went down one of the servers.
Okay, the lady, the bar wench comes over and says, "How may I serve you, small man?"
Hello?
Oh, a gnome. Are you from the Cotton Hills?
Actually, no.
Oh,
From far away. It sounds like there's lots of gnomes in this. It's a friendly place for a gnome. Which way is it?
west. The Cotton Hills are west.
West, Patrick, it's west.
I remember that. Could you get me some of your finest? Like food and beverage.
Oh, so you want the supper tray?
Sounds like it.
All right, and some of the winches there.
I think so.
All right. I'll get it here quicker than you can whisper secrets to the walls, my son. And she runs off. Returns after a little while with a tray of meats and cheeses and veggies and fresh vegetables and a urn with a spout and a handle.
Avail.
It looks great, thank you. And gnome cup.
Great service.
It comes in pints.
We've already had 3.
already. How much is it?
Oh, is that all you'll be having?
It's the first thing.
We'll tell you when you're done.
It's just open a tab.
Oh boy.
We need to stop at 4 drinks, please.
The urn is a drink.
I don't know.
Should we prepare a stretcher?
I got it.
Short.
Hard back. It's very funny, actually.
Came from the wall.
The wall said it.
No.
Puts a whole new name to me if he's lets me talk.
I'll tell him what the flies would say.
He's chowing down and drinking. Having a good.
So you just hear the regular gossip about the town. Who's running for council? There's always that person that's like, oh, those guys in the tower think they're so high and mighty. I wish they would say that to me whenever I did that. And,
I wish I would. You can mess around and find out.
So I can teach them a thing or two about how to run this place.
right. How to run it out of alcohol.
There's one guy
Throughout the conversations, you hear kind of a common thread from the caravan travelers that there's been sightings of strange beings in ochre-colored robes.
Ogre or oak?
Ochre-colored. That's like deep red, like blood red.
Yeah.
Fans?
Robes.
Yeah. Not right.
I feel if you're fading.
Change would be is forgotten real sure.
If you're in the bar, she'd be, oh, you have a list.
Hey there.
The change should not ever appear in the Great Hawk there, okay?
I mean, with everything
That's enough
we're
fun.
hearing and everything.
So just around.
Yeah, it's like just here and there. Mostly people are just like, it's very strange. And then, of course, there's the few people that are like, well, 10 years ago, the temple they thought they beat rose up and they burned the whole damn town down.
Wait, that was 10 years ago? Cool.
Yeah, knows that now. But you
Because-
don't know the significance of it.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. But, I mean, so metagame-wise. So that was 10 years ago, but everything that's happened to Laurel has been like about 150 years since the end of our campaign.
Well,
The end of that campaign.
Yeah.
Well, also, to be fair, you spent some time in the Feywild, so.
Well, yeah, but they got the Underground stuff. But yeah, but the Forgotten Realms, he specifically said that was 100 years later.
Fair.
Interesting.
Well, just, Forgotten Realms and very keep at the same time.
Right. That's why it's interesting.
Not in this timeline.
Not this time.
Roll an intelligence check, DC 20.
Okay.
The only way I could have passed that is if I rolled a 20, and that's just because of
21.
20. Because
On a
if
19, baby.
Okay.
I rolled 19, it'd be an 18.
Lost it.
I'm 14 intelligence.
Good on that.
I only have a 0 on charisma.
I have a 9.
You should put.
You have- Wait, you wouldn't know that yet. Never mind.
Oh, we talk about the timeline thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
I meant, what was he?
what he heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, as we're walking to the temple, I mean, there's always people gossiping in the street. Is that something?
Oh, they're all gossiping in the end. People in the street are working.
Fair enough.
They're going about their business. They're not really too chatty.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah.
You'd be moving by them so fast. I mean, they wouldn't really.
Yeah,
But the people in the streets are mainly the Hamlet village folk.
gotcha.
The
Okay.
people in the tavern that they're hearing are some of the caravan
Travelers and caravans,
that are coming
yeah.
from Vermont.
That stood out together. He'll probably talk about it.
Yeah. All right, you go to the blacksmith.
Oh, excuse me. Initially, I'm just going there just to kind of peruse his wares.
You just give him some very fine axes and hammers. Seem to be the best work in there, and armor, plate like metal armor seems to be the best work in there. The other work is very fine, but just not as good as that. And then roll a DC 20 intelligence check.
Okay, 1 second here. I got 18.
Yeah, you feel like you've seen the craftsman work before, but you're not quite sure exactly what. Until the blacksmith walks around from behind the counter, and you see a very stout dwarf. Lord, handy home. This is my store.
He shakes his hand.
What can I be getting for you?
I was wondering if you might be able to perhaps forge a few items for me, if and you have the time to do so.
Depending on the materials that I'll be needing, I can forge almost anything you want.
And he'll take one of the rotary cartridges from his armor, and plunks it down on the counter. If you could by chance make 3 more of those.
He looks at it, picks it up in his hands, turns it around, looks at it some more, then fingers along all the different edges and things.
It's a
Looks
little
at it
glass.
and goes, "What is it? What is it?" You can tell he probably didn't want to ask you this question. Sure, it's your regular one. Yep.
It's a spring-loaded quiver of from my days as a soldier.
Can you show me how it works out back?
Sure.
So he opens the door out back. There's some targets and stuff out there, and some combat dummies.
He'll take his crossbow, point it at one of the targets, and he'll let loose 2 shots.
After you do that, he looks at it again, goes all around it. He goes, I can make this, but it'll probably take me a month.
That's fine. I've got enough for me here, but I just want.
Well, that's plus the one that said it would be fine. Okay.
He never gets it made. I can't do it. Can't do it. The likelihood is way too high.
Someone looks back and get stabbed and just add some metal studs to it for me. Just to see me like, oh, I can do that right here.
But Siegfried will tell him that if the work is as good as what he sees, he'll actually put in a commission to have him make more of them, and quite possibly have him.
So I'll tell you what, I'll make 3 of them, and I'll only charge you for 1 if you don't like them. But you're going to buy them regardless, because nobody else is going to want these contraptions. Although, I have to admit, I'm highly impressed by it, whatever the hell it is.
So
he literally gets a piece of parchment like a charcoal pencil, and he starts drawing on it. And he's like,
I heard
he's obviously already, he's fascinated by this thing. It's like people in town for a month, they're going to be like, when are you going to make my armor? I'm trying to make this box
this contraption for the crossbow. I don't know what you call it, but it's all for me. It's one thing.
And you Bob's block skinny thingy. I'm gonna patent this son of a rock. I can't wait to get the Boba gone.
Just out of curiosity, so as
The only reason it's gonna take him months because he's gonna have to make the springs with.
yeah,
And figure out how to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, he's a dwarf. And once he shot it and he looked at it again, he knew how to do it. Or he would have said, nope, I can't make a flingy thingy.
oh, genius.
so other than the hammers and axes and armor, is there anything else that I see that catch that?
It's like a metal stab.
I'm trying to be subtle about it.
There are no staffs with metal shod staffs here.
That'd be in the back for, his conscripted work.
And then
It's in the back getting dusty.
and then you hear a ruckus outside.
Oh boy.
And apparently two people from opposing caravans have gotten into a fight in the streets.
Oh boy.
And 6 of the militia come up and break up the fight, and they're all carrying staffs. They're metal shovels.
I'm really glad I wasn't taking a drink. Excuse me.
All the bunnies' badges have this staff. Somebody thought it was a good idea.
That guy went on to be something big. He disappeared one time after.
Disappeared right after the town burnt down.
No, I don't know that, brother. I don't know at all.
Perception check. Opposed. Roll.
Like your best thing.
Yeah, that's a 2.
She's
Okay, do it again. As you move, where are you going from here?
I was planning on going to the tavern.
Okay. Where you're done with the blacksmith?
Well, perception was a total of 6, I think. Just your wisdom was a 4.
Hold on a
It
second.
matters not if you rolled a 2.
Yeah,
He has a plus. And,
And
No.
he's close. He's got +6.
yeah, you missed it by 1. I rolled an 8. So. I just want to make sure I'm not rushing you out for your character wanted to.
yeah, no. Other than that, yeah, no. There's nothing really that.
So you're picking up just like supplies to keep your weapons in shape, like
Yeah,
weapon oil and block. What do they call those things? Flint blocks,
Whetstone?
Whetstones and stuff like that. Yeah.
flint steel, stuff like that.
yeah. Also, a small set, and if he's got them, a small set of would Greyhawk actually have or not Greyhawk, but Omelet. Sorry, I don't know why I said Greyhawk. Would they actually have like an artificer here?
Well, I got a friend from the Crawling Hills that comes and visits me about once a month. Brings me supplies. I'll be sending him a message to come bring me these springs that you'll need.
The reason I ask is that I would like the set of tools that I have right now are getting kind of worn out, and I just I would like to replace them with a new set of tools.
Come back in 2 weeks, he'll be here. I'll tell him. Show me the tools.
And he'll
What kind of tools are they?
like small like little pin stuff to get to set the
That's maintenance objects for
Yeah.
your deal.
like little picks and screwdrivers and
Yep. So I just brought up my friend's alley. Who will enjoy this.
But then he'll shake the dwarf's hand,
Okay,
and
you make your way out the door, into the street. Everything seems normal. Perception check.
When I think about it, Rana would probably have to keep her blades
Okay.
well oiled.
I'm
to
assuming
side.
that's a 6.
Oh, the whip sword?
Yes.
Okay, so that is
So you move down the road, and you're lost in thought about your
kind of
what you asked.
They,
You're a little bit excited because he actually said he could do it.
they
And
only
you're
use,
even
like,
more
one
excited
thing
because of how
to keep it all
enthusiastic
together,
he seemed
but
about
it
it.
is still
And you're even more
it's a little
enthusiastic
less
as an
easy
artist or
because
things.
of
No.
it being individual too.
So like that was like 3 great things. So you're kind of not paying attention as you go one more time.
That's going to be an 11 with my pluses.
Okay. And you make it to the tavern. Those two are sitting over by the wall. There's a rather large urn that you see him pouring beer out of. And occasionally just pouring it in his mouth.
Well,
Like, I got this figured out.
it's like the cartoon with the just waterfall.
Yeah.
Beer bottle.
He had this look at his face like, I wish this was smaller so this one could actually work. Because he can't quite get his arms all the way around.
Set it on the table.
And the barmaid walks by and she's like, that's by design.
Oh no, he could just be like the little brownie in Village. Shoot, shoot.
I'm short. I put it on the table.
You don't want to play with that wand. It's meant for powerful sorcerers, not a stupid peck like you.
But yeah, Siegfried, when Siegfried walks in through the door, and you see his gutter guzzling alcohol, he's like, why does this not surprise me?
One more perception
Watching
roll
him.
as you go in.
Hold on.
Smooth.
That is a 16.
Okay.
I don't need so
You feel like out of the back of your back, kind of inside of the back of your out of the back of your head, kind of thing. You feel like someone just shadowed you and then disappeared off.
Your spidey sense is tingling.
Gutter's like, the price is to be determined after they determine how drunk I am.
Why do I feel like that's exactly how medieval bar report? Well, you're really drunk. We're gonna cost you $50.
I've been there.
No,
The gold piece would pay probably all the alcohol in the bar, honestly, because they're like 2 coppers each.
Yeah. But still, they're gonna be like, oh, you're super drunk.
I mean, I don't have
Yes, but his wife is.
I don't have any copper, but I got some
So
silver.
you're just like, that's weird.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not drunk.
I learned my lesson about making sure to not have just straight gold on my person from the Knoll incident. just saying.
With the rotten tone of law, I read this about a man.
We had an old time chase after me.
They burned the whole damn tavern down and brought in the drum house from the Underdark. The priest is coming and blasted everyone.
Oh, that came out on top of everyone else.
You guys hear a bard start singing that song.
I feel like it's at this point I'm grateful I don't hear that. Didn't she say that was the mother?
Yeah.
Was their mother?
Yeah.
I bet she knows that story. She's like,
The side from the other people came in.
yeah.
Instead of the fall of the House of Usher, it's the fall of the town of Knoll.
He didn't know.
Alright.
He pulled into town and pulled back an old. Anyway, stop.
Retract.
It's like you get stuck.
Like a hamster wheel.
So enjoying drinks with your friends, and you also pick up on caravanners talking about weird actions on the road between there and Verbobonk. Nothing worrisome, just weird, like some weirdos skulking around in some ochre-colored robes. They always avoid traffic. And then another guy's like, well, that temple had a bunch of weird people in it. They're like, yeah, they burnt that thing to the ground now, destroyed the demon inside it, and flooded it with water.
Holy water.
It is now the location of the prettiest lawn grass you ever saw in your
You just go there, you can just hear the dove sing.
Praise too soon.
She's like, are you ready for bed? He's like, no. No. You love your pop-pop? No, love you either, so there. No more Hot Wheels and candy for you.
Break with the puppy hug.
Not the Hot Wheels.
Man, them's fighting words for a chat.
Last time I did, he goes, no, I love you. We were on the couch. Hey, you're my little buddy and I love you. I love you too. I don't have any Hot Wheels or candy though.
Deception.
Dude, so I've been rolling these dice weird, like I always do. Like 50% of the time, they're both the same number. Right now it's good, but
Right.
twice it's been 20.
Well, it's better than the other day where you rolled like 18 20s in a day.
Yeah, I remember that. That was rough.
That went for a bad combat for
Yeah, and when I didn't roll a 20, I was like fudging the dice, saying I didn't when I really did a couple of times. I was like, what? Like these are like there's 2 3s. I feel like these are like weighted to roll high numbers or something. These particular dice.
Oh, the blue ones?
Yeah.
Dude, I've got one that rolls pretty decently and occasionally hit 20s. I got the other one that rolls above a 6.
Anyway, so you guys are going to the Temple of Sin.
Wow, I can't already say he's
But
wrong.
it's Sin or Fading?
Say,
Temple of Sading. That's Temple of Sin. I don't know where the Temple of Sading.
I'll just give it a knowing nod. So the priest outside, be like, alright, Sude, keep on walking.
There's a statue out in front of the Temple of Sune of a golden-haired winged paladin.
There's like a half temptation just for her brothers just to smite it. And she goes,
Probably wouldn't work anyway.
with his weapon. See what happens when red lands on it.
Like ricochets on.
That one just dang it. Some unwitting the path provides and get covered in webs.
Either that or they're walking home from like work or something, and they just randomly start to yawn. It's 10 till 7. Are we take a
Smoke break?
yeah.
Why not?
That was a really short temple session.
I'm going upstairs to lay down.
So that was a really short temple session.
I know, sure, right now.
They're going to burn incense before they go in.
Right. We gotta pay respects to you.
No, I need you to come upstairs with me.
It's like they walk into the temple, go to the bathroom, I come back.
I'm not Daddy.
Went by the toilet.
One of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen in a temple. There's this place in Sepulpa. It's in the Sabaro's Pizza and like fried chicken, and it's a convenience store. And they have the absolute cleanest restroom I've ever been in my life, including at home. Something.
No, it's like Medea. I went by the church.
Oh. Hey, buddy. You wake up? What you want to do?
We can turn something on for you.
You okay? You want some? I'll pop off and get you some. Huh? Well, Daddy's over there if you need some. And Mommy's coming back out there.
Hi. I know. That's Andy Hope and then Nick and Chris are out there. They're smoking a little bit. They're big. You stay here away from it. We're taking a short break, and then we're gonna get back to our game. I can help you get something if you need help. It's over there. What's that? Oh, that's what he's going after.
Skipper?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Hopefully he's done. Perfect timing.
Me, I would appreciate a good.
He's tired.
Huh?
He's tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. He's like.
There's one.
Man, if they want to stay on here, it's not nothing. It doesn't matter.
What?
Doesn't matter to me. If they want to stay in or if they're fine going to the rooms, that's fine.
Parker's in Cooper's room. I don't know where Cooper went.
Bathroom.
Bathroom.
This is for whenever I had to take Parker out of Cooper's room. And then
That'll be the bait.
Is that ours making it? Okay. Sounds like
You put something on for the background music while we're taking our break. Intermission. My unarmed strike does 1 point of damage. Well, actually, as soon as Parker sees him with those, that's what they need.
do you want to go sit and go to bed, or do you want to stay in here? You lay down with Trevor right here on your cot, and you go to the
We can turn him on. Trevor, you take it upstairs.
You grab that.
Grab this.
It's Parker's upstairs.
Yep. When it was 50 degrees the other day, I was in shorts and flip flops and a t-shirt, and it was light out. So,
I was looking at my actions. It's unarmed strike. +2 to hit. 1 damage. Like, Yoda would not win in a bar fight. At least not with music without using arcane abilities. And it's doing it like that.
I win the bar fight.
Especially if you get mad enough. Turn into an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Turn into a bear. Like, time for you to get out. There are no animals in the tavern, even if it's partially human. Even if they used to be human. There's a problem. Use with 1 or 2 hands. Okay, there's a couple of you can use it vaccinated.
Good lord. I don't know what in the world I did to my knee, my left ankle. Can't put a lot of pressure on it. I'm falling apart, Stormy.
I think we all are.
Yeah, apparently somebody in California was using Marcus's card to make DoorDash orders. Spent like $400.
Somebody tried to use mine to make DoorDash orders. Which card was it? My Capital One.
But he's pretty good. They said it's gonna take like maybe a week to get it back on there. And he's like, we're leaving for vacation on Monday.
Yeah.
Hope leaves tomorrow.
All the people that are not involved in the typical excursion, right?
You ever see that movie, Event Horizon, with Sam Neill and
One about the Black Hole, isn't it?
well, kind of, sort of. So, like, the gist of the gist of the movie is they built this ship with a singularity
1111.
with an engine that literally it creates a singularity to drive this this gravity well that rips a hole in space time,
Oh wow.
and then that's how it literally her travels. Well, on its maiden voyage, it disappears for like 10 years. Then it reappears, and upon investigation, the whole crew has disappeared. And so they spend the whole movie trying to figure out what happened to the crew, and throughout the movie, each crew member starts to get killed off and die in weird ways. But it actually is.
Oh.
You want the chip? You want the Funyun?
They're mostly broken apart.
That's pretty.
Broken.
I've learned that I only like Funyuns like one or two at a time. I can't not eat a whole bag of They start
I
to
can,
funky taste.
I can eat a whole bag of Funyuns. They're my favorite.
The one I like the flaming hot varieties of chips and stuff, but like flaming hot Funyuns are to me are just disgusting. It literally tastes like somebody took took a slice of a raw onion and dumped a crap load of cayenne pepper on it.
Okay.
Okay, you go to the temple.
After trying to wed the Charles statue, and just like, I missed my chances. I'll.
Horrified acolytes run over the thing statue.
Oh, I thought you said that. And if it does stick, she'd be like, and just keep on walking. We're on the swing. It's that joke, don't worry about it.
Hey, you come in the temple of Saint Ian.
When I get to the temple of Saint Ian, when I get to the temple, I'll leave the spider outside. I'm not gonna rope it off or anything. I'm just gonna tell the spider to wait here.
Hang on the roof. I'll be back.
Yeah, just chill out up there. Get back. Don't scare anybody. Walk in the temple. I'm just gonna look about, see if I can find the ranking priest in the temple. The high cleric in the temple.
It's been outside.
Mommy, there's a giant spider on the roof. Quit lying.
What did I tell you about telling lies?
Quit fibbing.
But I want to be a real boy.
It's big. She said. So when you come into the temple, it looks like it's set for a congregation of about 40 people. It's kind of big for a town like this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a depiction of Saint Ian on a tapestry at the front with a small chair to the left. There's a priest in moon-colored robes reading a scroll at a desk off to the left side of the chapel, and there's a rather scruffy-looking large male human in armor kneeling on the floor in front of the tapestry.
And the priests reading the scroll, are they elvish by chance?
Yes. Half elfish. Half elfish.
Well, I will.
Half elvish, half humanish.
I will quietly approach and just as a cautionary tale, look around and just.
What?
But
no, I'm just kidding.
But I'll quietly approach and wait for the priest to finish reading their scroll. And
she rolls the scroll up and looks up and notices your. Like, how may I help you, my sister?
She will ask her. I see the temple is growing well here. Forgive me, I'm the sister of Lucian Moonshadow. I'm Laurel Moonshadow.
The reason our temple exists here is because of your brother.
Yes, I was actually hoping to see if do you hear the whispers of saying in here often?
Only when necessary, or when worthy.
I was hoping maybe you might be able to help me see if I could reach out to her.
Meditation in front of the Moon Queen is the only way that I would think you would be able to achieve such a thing.
Well, where we came from,
Silent prayer.
The communication lines, so to speak, from the divines has been difficult at best.
The plains travelers?
Unintentionally, yes. That's how we came to be here.
How horrid for you. Tonight is the full moon. You should come and worship at the altar.
I will do so then. That's good.
Good peace to you.
And to you?
May the moon's light keep you ever beautiful.
Well, you know us elves, we tend to age well. Also, she will also ask that I have a... I have a rather large arachnid companion of mine that I don't think the inn will be happy if it stays there. Is it alright for her to remain here at the temple? She is mine, and she is very good by nature.
Saying need gives me a good feeling about you. Your spider may rest on the roof of this building behind the steeples. In the belfry where no one can see her.
Thank you very much. And I will return for her before we leave. And I will, when we leave, I'll instruct her where to go and tell her to be good. And then also ask that the priest, possibly bring any food they may have for her.
If you see any goblins, eat them.
Yeah. If you see goblins, eat them, and then just be like, also to the priest, if you see her munching on a body, it's probably a goblin just protecting the town. We're good. Otherwise, if you've had scraps of meat, she will eat pretty much whatever. And then I will head back to the temple with a note to come back at the height of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll look around and be like, you can join me if you want to.
I feel like it's going to be a very different ritual from what I'm used to.
A little bit. But you never know. Saying may have something for you too. Just, passing it on.
Prostitution.
Passing it on from Corellia. You never know. And then she'll return to the inn, but is she getting like any of that just drow paranoia, neck prickly, something watching her at all? Okay. She's going to still be keeping an eye out, just given what Elmo said, she's going to be keeping an eye out.
Yep.
But, and then she's also going to see if she can stop by, yeah, I think she's also going to stop by a blacksmith. They're the same blacksmith as well on her way back, and ask him if he has.
Welcome to the blacksmith shop. He's sitting at a work table looking at a curiously familiar square object.
Oh, I see my companion's already come to visit you, Master Dwarf.
Well, I do know the name. I'm making a box. How can I help you?
So you said he's got like a bunch of very fine armors and weapons and things like that. She's gonna curiously look over to a fine longsword. If he's got like a finer curved longsword, and ask him.
Well, his swords are made in the dwarven tradition,
Sure.
runic and squared, with heavy hasp, strangely well balanced. Excuse me. It would be masterwork.
She's going to unsheath her own longsword and pass it to him, and ask him if this could be worked on to be made into masterwork. What she has, because the way in my mind, she had an elven longsword that was just plain Jane, but it's just curved and nicely. And she would ask if he could possibly improve that to a masterwork
He
quality.
picks it up and he passes it between his hands, runs his thumb along the blade, holds up the tear. It's like instantly is able to balance it on one finger like this.
I love Smiths at work.
Same.
This is a fine blade. I could definitely make it a little sharper. I'd be unable to fold the steel, but it's as close to masterwork as you can get without being there. I have a masterwork elf sword, a sword on the wall. You would like to have that one. I could take that trade for 50 gold pieces in this sword.
I would happily make that trade. And Rana, if you want your swords looked after, hers are a little more unique, but he might be able to help you with fine
Which kind of
tuning.
swords? We have the whip
I have
sword.
two.
He sees the sword and he's like, "Oh, my riding blessed me twice in one day. You're fighting with my dear."
My site calls them whip blades. They just kind of, and she'll.
So it looks as if it could roar.
When it snaps, it's quite the sound. One never really learns how to get used to.
I could demonstrate if you have a place for it.
Right up back.
And she'll go into her dance.
He's like mesmerized. He's like, "Oh, it's the most beautiful thing I've seen. That wasn't the bearded dwarf lady." It's a damnable thing about dwarf females. You don't know which fairy end to kiss on. But my lady, it is beyond my skill to make that.
Understandable.
I don't know of a smith in the seven heavens that can accomplish that feat. You have quite a unique weapon there.
Do you have oils of which to help maintain those? Because they do require.
Now that I can help you with. Dwarven oil is nothing better for any metal.
Take some of that.
How much would it be for a flat? How much would she need to keep that?
I'm gonna tip and flask of oil for the dance.
He likes you.
Number one?
He actually treats your weapon for you because at first he asks if he
Yeah.
can look at it,
Yeah.
and he's studying it and moving it around and making it come and it makes the sounds like you usually make with it, the clicks and things and like this. And he starts putting some of the oil on it, and then the next thing you know, it instead of sounding like clicking, it sounds like wind. And it is virtually noiseless when it separates and changes and moves now. Yeah, fixed it.
Okay, and then I'll take the 50 gold out.
So now, if you dance with it, it like whistles the tune.
Nice.
It's like a dwarven toy. We're famous for those. Handy knob I am, blacksmith I be, but I can still make a toy if you put me to it.
And the masterwork has is it a plus hit and damage, or
It's plus the damage.
plus the damage?
Yeah.
So it's a
Why do I get the feeling that for some reason when you said it makes like a whistling sound, all I could hear was the whistle from the Hunger Games.
Well, I'm imagining Yondu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, Yondu's arrow.
Dude, I would love to have one of those in
More
a D&D game.
some Guns N' Roses, but
Yeah.
I would love to see that in a D&D game with a bard that just
Like
had
this
the whirling
whirling-
arrow.
yeah.
That thing was awesome.
In the first movie, when he's in the middle of all them guys.
I did not go. I love the second one where he's just breaking through rocks with that thing.
Or literally, he's standing in the control room of the ship, of his own ship,
Mm-hmm.
and he's literally just whistling and watching it on the screen as it tears through the crew.
You think it's just my whistle boy that makes this thing work? Comes from in here. You gotta fix it. I love at the end of the movie where they give the new captain Yondu's arrow and he starts whistling around. He just freaking hits somebody in the shoulder with it. He's like,
And in the last movie, he doesn't have any confidence until the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool item.
So you make your way back to the tavern, or
Oh crap!
Okay.
There was something I forgot to ask him.
what?
I forgot to ask how much it was going to cost.
Yeah, he doesn't know until he finishes.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say. I think he said he wouldn't know how much it would cost him until he got back. Yeah. This is such a much finer make than what I had.
yeah. So right, we now have a Sami elf with a dwarf rune-covered handle. Long sword.
Well, he said it was Elven, so...
No, his real weapon is Elven.
No, he said... Well, you told me he said he had...
No. I said I corrected myself.
Ah.
Yeah, he has a dwarven sword on the wall.
Ah.
Yeah. So now you have like a king's crown, Durin-faced. That's very nice sword.
I'm not usually one for these blocky type blades, but you know, it'll do. It will accomplish what I need.
And as you grip it, you feel like, I can wear a metal gauntlet, and this thing would work the same as it would with a glove.
I don't like metal, I'm intrigued.
Right?
Only weaponry, only.
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
It's because wooden swords are really hard time cutting.
looking at the way it's made from when he's working with it before he gives it to you, you can tell that if you had a plate gauntlet, you could lock the hilt into the gauntlet. It's typical dwarven. So they
I was thinking like the Mad Morgan.
they have to cut your hand off to get you separated from the sword,
Interesting.
or use an open-close prestidigitation on your glove. Which I did to a guy once.
So I mean, like, but that's what I'm picturing is like the Mad Morgan blade, where like when he first goes up against Kaylee, he attaches that blade to his hand, and he's just got like the handle on the inside, and it's. I'm not asking if he's got one.
Well, you can't wear a glove.
Yeah.
Plate.
Well, I'm just saying if it's.
But the hilt and the plate glove are designed. You can tell, like, he has lots of swords like that, and lots of the plate gloves. You just something you look at and go, oh, I see what you did there.
I'll see how you accomplish this.
This is all gorgeous.
There's nothing funnier than snuggling with a 2-year-old that can talk well enough to argue that.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? So, Laura has
My daughter.
yeah. We've been trying to get her to understand that when she's in the house, not to
be yelling.
be yelling, right? So she comes.
I feel your pain.
She
This
comes.
was the problem with the first two.
She comes hauling ass out of her bedroom, comes around the corner of the couch, and just yelling. And I'm like, hey, inside voices, Moira. She looks at me, turns around, starts walking away, and goes, and walks back into her bedroom. And I'm just like, I don't know whether to be mad or impressed.
That's my child. That's for sure my child.
Can you open this one? I can't get under it for some reason right now.
You don't have fingernails.
No, I don't.
I have fingernails. I
fireproof.
plug strings with fingernails.
I'm fireproof. You're not. You can help me.
Well, she's bigger than mine. Genetics. You go and catch.
I love that movie.
A long time. So I love that bar.
Hey, after that, I will go back and see the.
I like that a lot.
Alright.
Goes over, leaning against the wall, and like, I know you probably hear this all the time.
Yeah, I see the jacket. I was
Especially
like,
right here is amazing.
Yeah, it's a citrus though.
He's drunk floating with the wall.
do you mind if I get a sniff?
And
There'd
the
be grapefruit in there.
Oh yeah, that's grapefruit.
I actually
That's
really like it.
really good though.
It tastes better and better after every drink.
I'm sure it does.
And you see the bar wench come by, drop off this large urn on the table, and that'll be the last one, Mike. That's the fourth one.
That's the fourth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna whisper around and be like, I feel like they're making a lot of gains at this point. I'll let you go over there. I'm gonna stay in the background here and just keep an eye.
And then he comes,
You should go drink with the gnome.
she came by and said, "Look, the fourth one that's left." And then he turns to Duck and he's like, "Hey, Duck, this is number 3." And Captain makes a exception.
Oh no!
Number 3, Duck.
That is the best.
I've been with you this entire time. I know how many you're drinking.
Respectfully, you can tell him that the last one was the fourth one, and that this is going to be his fifth, but you're being nice, so you let him have it, and he would believe you.
Your fifth one. It'll be nice. You're done after this.
That's all sweet.
I'm thinking now.
But I'm actually gonna suddenly cast Pass Without a Trace as after we walked in. I'm just gonna keep to the walls. I'm just gonna be taking after my brother for once, and I'm just gonna be stalking in the shadows, just watching anybody watching this with like too much intent.
So one of the barmaids actually is very intent on watching what's going on.
Insight check?
Sure.
So I'm just curious about intention.
That could not have gotten any better, though.
Why? No, like her. A 20 would have been great. But you would have been like, actually, isn't that on your second one?
You've been like, I knew there was.
He has now drank more alcohol than he weighs.
Dirty 20, sir.
Yeah, I mean, like, you see that the other bar wenches treat her, and the barkeep treats her a little bit like that employee you really don't want to have around anymore.
Mm.
She's not as nice as the other patrons. She doesn't, like when people joke with her, she's just like, mind your hands or whatever.
It's your turn.
She's just a little more sour.
Can I just be listening to
I
what
was sitting there with him.
the other traders are talking about?
Trying to get me to hear you play this. I'm
And around the end, you just hear, just caravan talk. You hear that there was a hobgoblin band that was stationed in the ruins of the old temple that's been attacking caravans. They came and attacked the road to Hamlet and returned back by Elmo and Bernie's badgers to the point where they didn't come back again. But no one's gone up there to take care of the problem. And they're just like, what does it do to run them off and leave the stinking hobgoblins alive? And then just, gripes like that. Like, what are pagan gods for? They run the hobgoblins off and then they just stay here in town where it's safe. They wouldn't even go up there and get them. By God, if I had a sword, I would go up there and fight the hobgoblins. His friend's like, swords you can borrow. He's like, well, no, I couldn't use your sword.
I really want to just be like, oh, you need a sword? Just pull a random sword. Okay. There you go. Now you go deal with it. I'm not going to do it. I'm too busy staying in the shadows.
We're all busy.
Rana towards him.
I'm just going to look at her and be like,
Are you skulking or along with?
No,
A little bit later, the scruffy-looking man from the temple comes in and goes up to the actual bar and sits on one of the stools and
I'm actually not
just
bad
points at
at
him.
+5 because I get my half proficiency from Bird.
And this is a very distressed-looking man. He's kind of dirty. He's very boorish. Doesn't treat the staff well.
and I don't recognize him at all, right?
No.
Okay.
He looks very, very pained in his features and his demeanor. Reminds you a lot of Siegfried.
Siegfried, I found your brother.
So,
And then he goes over and sits at a corner table by himself. drowns himself in his alcohol.
Now, would I take notice of this or?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
He's not hiding himself.
I don't take notice.
No.
no, you're too far gone. You are posted.
The wall blows in your ear.
It starts whispering sweet nothings to you.
Oh, I was going to say.
Literally saying nothing. Leave it all.
Yeah, it's a good thing I have I have somewhat good control over my intrusive thoughts. Yes.
Or is it you have control over your filter?
No, that was broken a long time ago.
So my filter is like Kim Poxy's eye patch.
I feel that some days.
You guys don't have any clue what that you've been here. Especially when the boys are down here.
But anyway, Siegfried is going to go.
Excited for when
Siegfried's going to get up from the table, and he's going to walk over to the actual bar, and he's going to order 2 regular ales,
Okay.
and then he'll take them both over to
Scruffy. Who you calling Scruffy?
Scruffy looking. Looking.
Wrap it up, fuzzball. I still find it awesome that they actually, when they were.
But I'm also going to guess that we'll probably not let Rana know about the alcohol.
What I still find awesome is that they had to walk when they were filming for the indoor scenes. They actually had to have 2 guys dressed in bright orange vests while the guy who played Chewie walked through the forest, because they were afraid that somebody was going to mistake him as Bigfoot and shoot him.
Yep. That's exactly what would happen.
And he's out there hunting.
Right? But yeah, no, he's gonna walk up and set one of the ales down in front of him, and mind if I have a seat, friend?
He looks up, he eyes you over, makes kind of a quizzical look. He says, "Oh man."
And Siegfried will sit down, and he'll look at the gentleman, and he's like, I can tell by the look on your face and the way that you carry yourself that there seems to be quite a lot of weight that you carry, and what I
Then looking at you, I would say the same thing. You do not travel alone, even in your sleep.
care to share?
Do you know what I am? I'm a paladin of Sune. Now I've seen a vision of fire. Now I've seen a vision of eyes. And I've been in this godforsaken hole for so long, I don't think I'll ever gain atonement. There's nothing happening here. But every time I pray, she says there is. And it is the harbinger of the coming of her champion. I know this champion is not me. I am too far fallen. I am barely in the fold. But I know not what will afflict these lands. I just know that this area has a reputation for revival. And I don't mean all these churches they've built. Somewhere in the dark underbelly there's a disease. I just can't find it because I'm too far gone.
No one's
Thank
ever
you for the L.
no one's ever too far gone, my friend. redemption is available for all those who seek it.
The damnable thing for me is that my God still speaks to me. Even though I don't want to.
We are worms.
Worms we are. To the dirt we shall return, and it will taste great. Because we eat dirt, because we are worms. Worms. Not noble like dragon. Dirt like earth.
Your statement seems kind of counterintuitive, does it not? You say that you are too far gone, but yet you say that your deity still speaks to you.
Believe me when I say that irony is not lost on me. The temple. It is utterly destroyed. The only thing that is there is a band of hobgoblins that raid caravan roads to the north of here. Had I not been by myself, I would have slain them all. I had to settle for 20.
As is going
I
on.
feel like if I would have slain them all, my atonement might have been complete.
As they're talking, if I look out the window, about what time of day is it?
Starting to get about time for Elmo to come rolling in. Sun's starting to set.
So he's meeting us at the inn, or we were meeting him? Okay.
Yeah.
I will just keep an eye out for Elmo entering then. And actually, I want to go to the. I want to go up to the innkeeper and ask him for a room for the night. That way, we can make sure to maintain some privacy for meeting Elmo.
Elmo comes in. You see him and the barkeep.
Mm-hmm.
You get a look. He looks at you. Get your friends, follow me.
To what room?
And they go into a corner with a curtain table.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch him and just be like, okay.
You guys fall into the corner like clowns in a car.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna kind of drift over there quietly and just look over to Rana and just be like, I'm keeping silent from this whole entourage mess that's going on. Rana will probably fit like right in, but I'm just gonna.
And I'll gesture at him. Should I leave him?
Before any of that goes on, Siegfried gets an idea in his head, and he looks to the paladin, and he's like, might I offer you a proposition, friend?
You might at that. I am Zod.
My name is Siegfried of Phandalin, shake his hand, and I'm actually in the process of rebuilding my company that was decimated during the what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, cataclysm of the dragon flights. With your experience,
He becomes very confused.
Yeah,
He's like,
I did warn you. This is not the same world.
yeah, you.
Oh, that's right, because Greyhawk experienced that a long time ago, didn't they?
oh crap.
Yeah, not the same world. I did warn you. That's it.
Well, you know, but he'll offer him the chance to join with his men when
He stops for a second, looks you over, seeing that something's happening in his mind. He's thinking of this. He rests his head on his tavern cup. Pours it out on the floor. You hear Bar winch. Just like, damn it, son! Why do you always make such shit? Oh! Gets up, walks off, says, "I'll see you." Goes up the stairs.
I'll enter where
Obviously, his behavior is expected among the people in there. Like, they're all like, "Oh, that guy again." But nobody. He stands up to his full 6'6". He is very large and in charge. Just from the way he rose up out of that chair drunk and didn't stumble, it's someone who is in control of his agile functions.
Since
And he's kind of like Aragorn. He don't look very pretty, but somewhere under there, there's a handsome man.
somewhere there's bigger ones. But assuming I am the first to enter behind said curtain, since I'm just letting her know to get everybody, I'm gonna actually, while I have a moment, I'm gonna actually directly ask him. I'm curious, how long has it been since my brother was last here? My brothers were here.
Well, the village burnt down 10 years ago. We didn't see much of them after that.
10 years.
Rumor has it that they disappeared into the plains, went to be with the gods.
You might say that, yes. Way.
So hold on for just a minute. He waits for everybody else to get in there.
Yeah.
He closes the curtain and pulls on a little, and breaks like a little silver flute in his hand. And you notice you can't hear anything rustling in the clothes or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Turns the tavern, the L mug on the table. Mm-hmm. The tavern table sinks down.
Dope.
And then there's a passage.
Nice.
Just come on. It's a secret to the cellar. And you're like... He's like... After he passes out of the silence, he's like, "Oh, I hate when I forget that." He turns a wall sconce torch and the table goes back up.
That's clever, though. Clever design.
And there's like an illusion of everyone that was in the room sitting around the table.
Someone needs to teach me that trick. I like that.
Someone needs to teach me too on how it works. But it sure makes talking to people a lot easier when it is in the rules.
Yeah, I agree. Although I think one of my companions took that a little too seriously.
He flew back at me.
Also,
He's in love with the West Wall, I see.
Yeah, he's also quite intoxicated, so you'll have to give him that.
He's intoxicated, but I don't think he's anything but quiet.
Fair. But she'll at least let Elmo know that. Well, you were having me make an intelligence roll when you thought I was overhearing that. That it's been 10 years. Do you still want that roll? Because I rolled a 20 natural or a dirty 20 on that.
Yeah.
Then Cody looks around. He's like, "Oh, hey guys."
There you go.
I heard some. You said you went to the temple, right? Right? You registered to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was some other temple 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. They burned it down and then they flooded it, and it's kind of weird. They don't really go together. But anyway, apparently some people from there burned down the whole town. And there's some weird guys in red.
What's really weird is your eyes are
The funniest part about that is I'm
Smoky candle, right? I told you not to touch the mushrooms.
So I think the only weird thing she'd have picked up is some people in red robes.
You said ochre. I'm pretty sure that's like
That's
really
blood
really red.
I assume that's the people you're talking about. That sounds unusual from what I remember.
People skulking on the roads has been normal around here for longer than I care to remember. What worries me is a band of hobgoblins holding up an old temple.
I heard about that. I'm assuming it's the old temple.
Well, it is. It is. They live in the ruins of a tower. That fool, Zod, went out there by his damn self with some fool errand from his god seeking fire and eyes. Not ice, eyes.
Like fire?
And damn near got himself killed. And now he feels like he's failure and he's taking it out on everybody in the town.
You said fire and
The
ice.
guy this close.
No, he said fire
It's close to
and
the-
eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Somehow he always keeps it.
You said fire and eyes. He wouldn't perhaps, and she's gonna just take that small piece of parchment and just. You don't think he meant something like this, maybe? And just fire eye.
That's kind of simple, but yeah, it could be that. I don't know. He's a half-crazed paladin following some holy war. He's gonna the whole world in fire and ice. I don't know what he's talking about. But I asked you here so I could ask your help. I need those hobgoblins gone. And I need that place vetted to make sure there's nothing else coming out of it.
Well, you mentioned hobgoblins. I can already tell you, Ron is already engaged.
Hey, listen.
And when you weigh in,
Him again. Laurel.
My spider's name, Missa.
Missa also needs food, right?
Oh, hold on.
Really great.
She'll eat anything. Just be happy she's not eating you.
It tastes good, especially if you drink at the same time. It gets even better and better.
I had
No.
rest of the
it doesn't work that way.
No,
Elmo goes, would you like another drink?
No.
Oh, it's a special brew here for you. He pulls out a little stone bottle. Says, this is the strongest thing you'll take all night.
Just-
No.
I've had 5.
no, just
Trust me, he needs one more drink.
just let him.
Go for it.
It's the best tasting elixir you've ever had in your life, and you're now completely sober.
He's like,
So when you think of alcohol right now, it makes you want to throw up.
Like the aftertaste.
For you, fortunately, it only lasts 24 hours, but I need your attention.
Good luck with that.
Now,
thank you, that saved a spell slot. That's a restoration.
what? Just call it a crazy feeling. Stop by that old moat house on your way back and give it a look over for me.
I intended to.
There's a crazy fighter in here from the Outlands, came with one of the caravans. Says he wants to investigate the place, that he's been there and there's nothing to find. There's no treasure. But yet, anytime someone says they're headed there, he wants to go with them. I find that suspicious.
Indeed.
He's not talking about Zod. Just so we stay
You
clear.
said paladin.
Yeah, not the paladin.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's
I definitely want to keep that part of the trip then to ourselves. That's
Well, this cellar leads out to the stonemason's house. He's a trusted fella. He's got a room and horses. Could leave at dawn today or tomorrow. You could stay at the inn tonight and throw off suspicions, however you want to do it.
I think staying at the inn tonight would be wise. I need to go visit the Sanian's temple at moonrise, or at full moon peak, and then we can be off in the morning.
But, oh, you're almost late, partner.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm trying to get
What's
this
your
right.
climax, dude?
Relax, wow. Shiny.
You like a little sundown.
I mean, there technically is a druid spell that lets you know the time of day. I think it's a cantrip, actually.
Well, there's also keen mind feet
Yeah.
that allow you to always know the time of day. Which actually, I think I have.
Matt hate that.
Why?
Matt doesn't hate that. He's just like, dang it, that just makes it so easy. Every time they're underground, it's like, oh yeah, no, you know exactly which way is north and what time of day it is.
Yep.
Huh? No, it's
There's a
He
key.
might.
no, it's the human wizard has a keen mind feat, so he always knows what time of day it is, and he always knows where north is. It's just that's handy. Yep.
He's got no.
What's with his name?
He knows what it is.
She arrived precisely when he meets.
But that being said, oh yeah, what were you gonna say on that intelligence check?
I can't remember.
Forgot.
Yeah, I threw it off and train of thought. It was something cool too. I remember that. I didn't write it down.
About that being 10 years ago?
Yeah, I know.
Get back to it in a minute.
Yeah. I mean,
I told you.
something about the time, but I don't remember. Like I had this idea click in my head, and like it went away. I might think of it.
It's like, oh, speaking of time, how much was my stuff that I was? How much?
I got it.
It's a few.
It was an entire.
I literally just looked at his thing and he was asleep in his room.
I just looked around over there. I was like, hey,
Look at your phone. And there's a sleeping person.
How did you do that?
He started to master illusion magics. Silent image.
Oh, was your door not closed?
I'm telling you, tough animal.
The door was locked.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
It looks like him.
And you were able to open it?
Oh boy. This is going to be a kid later, and I'm just going to figure out how to have his first another day off.
Big hugs. Go, mommy.
Oh, that.
Yes.
You gotta go to bed, buddy.
It's bedtime. I'm coming too. I'm coming.
You're tired. He's tired.
Very tired.
Look, you just run around here. I'm like, how'd you get into this? I didn't imagine. I'm not telling my secrets.
Looks like it's called silent image.
Oh, apparently you put the ulcers in the bed so that the night race would find them.
He rolled a nat 20 on his path without a trace.
But after we finish talking with him, I'll have Elma take us back up to the inn.
Yep.
If I've already paid the innkeeper for a room.
Yeah, huh? It's on your table.
You have figured out in your mind that the time difference is related to the spell that Elminster cast.
And the crack
And
in the
that every 10 years that passed back where you're at is only a year here. So every hour that you're here is 10 hours back.
oh, geez. So this is like Feywild backwards.
Upside down.
Oh, jeez.
Front is
Wibbly wobbly.
forward is backward,
Time is a weird.
up is down, left is right.
Well, you remember when I said that Feywild time is really weird and yeah, kind of up to the ceilings there. And well, here it's similar, but for every hour we're here, it's you said what 10 days?
10 hours.
Yeah, or 10 hours there.
Oh god, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, that would suck. But for every hour we're here, it's 10 hours
The
back home.
entire world has been saved and nobody's hurt. You're no longer the heroes.
Yay! Oh wow!
And you see all the high level characters in there going, ta-da!
We're here to save the day.
Like, oh, you did that!
This is crap.
Stupid phone stuff.
But yeah, for every hour we're here, we're gone from home 10 hours. Wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny stuff.
So what happens when the 10 hours and the 1 hour goes?
Huh?
He said to bring them together. The voices.
That's not what he's referring to. Unfortunately, I wish he
Are you
was.
sure?
As far as I'm sure, yeah, no, I don't think that's what he meant.
I was gonna do this, but I forgot to. I was actually gonna see if if I could tell whether or not Zod, is it Sod or Zod?
Zod.
General Zod.
Zod the Destroyer.
Okay. If he was faking being.
Absolutely not.
I heard that.
Was that
Sule hits you with a spell. Her paladin. And your elbow hurts.
was it humorous?
Can't feel my fingers.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
You're getting on the way to the table.
But as we go back up, I'll
Apparently,
Take the room.
you got a good constitution, say.
Thunder bone's connected to the swear bone.
And I'll look back to Ron and say, "All right, I gotta be going. So,
Again,
are you going with, or are you staying here then?"
Wow.
that's how the whole set.
Thank God we weren't in combat.
Disadvantage. Okay, I rolled 2 20s.
I'd like to witness.
I haven't rolled 2 1s yet. I've always rolled a 1 with a 2. Weird. I rolled a lot of 2 7.
Well, then I will.
I'd have laughed if you would have said that.
I rolled 2 5. So 15.
At that point, in expeditious hurry, I will take Ron by the arm and go off towards the Temple of Sanin again.
Okay.
And tell the rest of the group we'll be back.
Get back at his table and he's like, you.
Guys, you
Elmo, the party pooper.
used to be
How is that?
Every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you. Party pooper.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
Hey, Cooper.
You gonna come see me? And my magic blue dice?
He's like, I'm going to see this stack now.
I feel like he's a character in VR.
He's looking for our food. Where are you all, buddy? And didn't Gigi send some hot dogs up there stairs with you? No. Didn't she? Put a plate for you?
I think. I don't know.
Probably. I didn't see one, but I would have.
Your mommy's calling you. What do you mean?
He's grabbing a snack.
Weird. Come on, buddy. Gigi said he deliver in the morning. He's gonna get you up in the morning. I know, but Gigi said you can have them in the morning. You want something else?
He's trying to pick.
He's trying to get in the
Whatever you know. Come on. Go. Looking for tomorrow morning.
Here, bud. Pop off and do it solid. Will you split it with me?
The food should still be good. Yeah,
Food tastes like it's 10 hours old.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Oh well.
To be honest, you didn't leave a whole lot at the table.
And from where I'm from, it's an hour old food.
I've eaten pizza on a coffee table that may have been there 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do that too.
Yep. Who
Never
knows?
made me sick.
Yeah. No.
I've eaten some questionable salads. Like
Salad.
Asian sushi.
no, nope.
Salad isn't one of the ones that I can do. If once salad is set for a while, I don't like it.
It's all wilty.
Oh no, I wasn't talking like lettuce. I was talking like egg salad or chicken.
Oh,
yeah.
rude.
Yeah, some questionable. It had a spice that was not there the previous
I
day.
got some sushi at Come and Go one time.
Oh, no, the food from Come and Go is good, especially their
Little gas station.
their burritos. Oh my goodness! Oh
Yeah, but it's still gas station sushi.
The Sam's sushi is weirdly good.
Oh, it's amazing. But it ain't better than Reese's.
No, Research is better in Winco. They've got kind of a similar setup to each other.
Oh, did you not notice that Sam's had Japanese sushi subs in there the other day?
I did not.
Yeah, they got like, they were remodeling all that stuff. That's one of the things they built was a sushi station, and everybody working back there was Oriental. Usually Mexican.
I don't like. I mean, to each is his own, and and I'm not gonna bag on somebody for eating sushi, but like, I don't see how people can do it.
I love it.
It's not raw fish.
It's cooked with salt.
Yeah. It is illegal to serve raw food in the United States of America.
Well, yeah, I know that.
That's why the shrimp is
I also really like
tuna's
sashimi.
because that's what color it turns when it gets cooked.
Mm-hmm.
It's just brine. It's cooked brine.
Good, it's like, well, I can't drink now. I guess I should do something productive. You just go around and start making things. No, this is broken. I'll fix this.
That's meant to be broken.
What's that guy with an old fishing hat and makes it like perfectly new again? He's like,
That's your grandson.
Yeah, Rana and I quickly shuffle our way back to the Samian's temple. And I'll,
the full moon is shining through some aperture in the roof, causing it to lay on the tapestry.
there's a spider, just a shadow
In the
spider.
form of a spider.
All on okay.
That would be some crazy foreshadowing.
Did I start? What have I done?
Silhouette of a spider
Said that.
overstaying himself.
What have said that? Anyway, yeah, I'll
Hagrid.
walk,
Oh, the Hagrid.
I'll walk in and I'll walk back to the half-elven priest, saying, "I've returned as you've asked. Would you mind leading me in said meditation?"
And they go through the ritual of saying,
And I will kneel in the center and begin my prayer.
all of a sudden everything in the church freezes in time, except for you, and there's a moon glow around you right now. And Sandy steps out of the pad tapestry.
There is a very... is Rana frozen as well?
Yeah.
There is a very instantaneous submission here for me, and it's instantly on knees, eyes averted.
I've waited long to talk to you, daughter.
And now you, the connection's very strained.
My voice is still separated from the other realm. He who holds back the calamity is about to fail. But what most do not understand is that he must fail.
Wouldn't that bring destruction?
It will bring balance back to the plains. The mythal that Elminster cast flies in the face of the natural order. It was brought about by combining the outer worlds with the known primes. What do they call the place that Ilthids are from? The far realm.
The far realm, yeah.
Using the chaos of the far realm, he has disrupted the timelines of 3 prime planes. And you have walked back into the beginning of the story, but at the same time, the end. Continue on your path. Find the obelisk. Light the way. Tharazdun will be freed.
I don't think I need to roll that religion check for her specifically, I'm assuming. To which I think that's the moment that whole subverting eyes thing, like normal, she just like instantly head jolts up like, what?
You're temporarily blinded by the light.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mistakes made.
Yeah. Like a douche.
See, I always thought it was Goose until like I
It
was.
is deuce.
I feel like the second she's still staring just in disbelief anyway, and it's like, okay, what?
You will be rejoined with your brother at the end. And you will have become the culmination of all yourselves.
Can't be brothers.
Mm-hmm. She's really attached to the
You may not even be talking about Lucy and Jace.
That's a terrifying thought. Well, I mean, Charles houses technically should only be two alive, in theory. But, you never know, though. Exactly.
What was that?
Sorry, that's really cool, brother.
Like Jace appears in the middle of the like, I'm sure the brother.
Lucy is sitting in there in their corner just going, squeeze me?
At which point you start to feel compressed. That dude is not ready. He took a 5-hour nap this afternoon.
And he doesn't have a TV in his room anymore.
Huh?
He doesn't have a TV in his room anymore.
Nope.
But, no, she will respond saying, I thought he was just to never be released. Why is this changed? Is this what Elemenster used? Or drew off of?
You're fine, go lay down.
He drew the power of Thara's Doom and weakened the chain.
You brilliant bastard.
But if he hadn't weakened the chain, Thara's Doom would have been fully released all the same.
But in more dire.
Vecna fools himself in thinking he contains the power of the chain of God. For you cannot contain everlasting emptiness in nothing. There is nothing inside of everything. Everything contains some portion of oblivion. And without the balance, Farhaz Duni would have ended existence. There are those here that seek to see him freed. Do not help them.
You want to free him in certain circumstances.
A little at a time.
You told me when you sent me back to fulfill what the Spider Queen was supposed to be.
Are you not
Is
on
that-
Are you
that's
not,
what- that's
are
what-
you not on that path?
Well, that's what she's going to ask, saying, so
Are you
is
not?
this the fate?
Are you not spreading the love of Sayani in the warmth of the moon glow?
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying, is this the path that is restoring the balance that fate was supposed to provide, that she was meant for?
It is what you were meant for. It is where you shall find
You
your
can see it
solace in the end.
blush.
You just turned brick.
Like, she's trying really hard not to not have a smirk at that, just like, hey.
Just remember this. My last words to you are, in the end, the fool will save you. And he who has fallen will rise again. And everything snaps back together.
You know,
The first thing you see, Butters walked in, and he's like, what's wrong? Apparently I have resistance. No new resistance. It only lasts 6 hours for you.
so does Ron
Balance, and whenever you leave the party and you come back, you've got to go, hey, you guys!
So did Rana notice anything happen to me when she froze?
No, passing in an instant.
I feel like in that moment then, when I'm released, it's very much a drop to knees, and I'm just...
When you see her, you feel like you've just come out of your memory sleep, or like a weird thing.
And I'm just sitting there, just kind of like... heaving breath, my eyes still slightly smoking. Down.
And then when you look up, you see the superimposed shadow of your spider over the vision of Sandy.
Yeah, there's my baby. And I'll look to the priest and thank them, and Tavana, we should.
Sorry to see you leave so soon. I'm sorry I can't help you.
You helped.
You've only just arrived.
You helped plenty. She did speak to me.
Oh, that is good to know, my sister. We go back to our meditations now. And they're doing the same thing. You recognize it for what it is.
Mm-hmm. I think she'll actually, before the priest goes back to that, she'll look at the, because I remember her getting another symbol of Sandy, and she'll take the one that Lucian left her, and look around and just hand the priest, be like, this used to be Lucian Moonshadows. Keep this here on the altar. I think you would want it here.
She has this look of incredulous gratitude. You just offered her like an artifact.
Yeah, it's like that's like she reaches for it, and it's like that. Don't want it. It's like let it go.
Let it go.
Like, it definitely takes a lot of effort for her to relinquish it, but she knows it's for the best.
Like Bobo with the ring.
It's like.
My favorite part is when Penny just reaches down and just that big eye goes. So she never would have been hilarious if they would have had him bump his head on the roof again.
Well, he doesn't always say he's like, just gonna never mind.
No, you're back. There's the ring over there on the floor. Pick it up. He shoots and then he looks so look at his hand. I go, you didn't do it. Bye.
What just happened?
The hell just happened to me?
He's left you back in. I gotta go. Bye.
Well, this inspiration was brought on by the finding of something on the DM Guild.
Return to the Temple of You. Nice.
I was like,
this is what we do.
yeah. I knew that you would get the Barovian. I was like, yeah, I'm going to think they're going to Ravenloft.
I did for half a second. Well, because I had just done a Barovian campaign maybe 6-7 months ago. So
I downloaded this right after that. They put it on sale for like $2.99 because of Halloween.
Well, if you ever want, because I actually
They have a bundle of the all 4 expeditions: Greyhawk, Demon Web Pits, this one, and what's the other one?
Should be Temple of Elemental Evil, I think.
No. Oh, Underground.
Oh, yeah.
Underground. The bundle for $40, $10 each. That's not bad.
And I actually have the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft book, so if you ever want that for inspiration, I can bring it to you.
They have that. They have that on sale too.
Because I got that on a physical copy. Yeah, I got the whole like coffin box of stuff. That's great.
I had the original Castle Ravenloft module with the 3D castle map.
Mm-hmm.
I owned that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. And I had the house on Griffin Hill and all the box set and all that whole 9 yards.
Good stuff.
It is. I will foreshadow that is someplace we'll be touching near to in the future. So.
But yeah, she's gonna tell Rana.
It's like between the two groups, you've got to go fight all the same module battles again. But win this time.
It'll be all the things. But she's gonna look to Rana and just be like, I know so much more now. I have a lot more questions, but I know a lot of stuff now, but I don't want to talk about it here.
I once heard someone say, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Oh, that's always true. Don't get me wrong, I still have a lot more questions that I have answers, but I have a few answers that probably going to be a little unsettled.
I will say, that ritual's much different than what I'm used to.
Huh?
It's like it's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 10. So we started at like 5.
Right.
The ritual's a lot different than what I'm used to. I mean, there's a lot less weapons out from one side.
Well, yeah, and I imagine had that not been that quick. Well, let's put it this way: you guys were all frozen in time, So that was kind of a timeless conversation.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means.
He went to Jared.
Absolutely. Got the timeless collection.
He went to Jared. I went to a bar. That's a party.
So am I just like a shining moon diamond now, right now? I'm a version of Charles, but I'm silver.
You're more like the new moon. You cast yourself into shadow.
I love it. It's great. That'd be hilarious for Lucian and Charles when they get close to each other. He just starts dimming Charles, but Charles starts brightening him. They just balance.
So,
But yeah, we'll make it back to the end.
Zod sends the message to you that he is extremely interested in your offer. And I will have that 5th level paladin with you guys on the next session.
I'm also gonna inform the priest that the spider's going to leave of its own accord and tell the spider.
Ryan, you're going to play Zod,
Oh boy.
the redeemed of sin,
But I'm gonna
or
tell.
the fallen of sin. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna-
just the opposite of Charles. Dirty, nasty, boorish, rude, barely hanging on the paladin hood, but given a frickin' quest by his god directly to his mind.
Is he an oathbreaker trying to regain?
See, that's where I would
He's a
think.
drunkard.
He's just a drunkard.
Yeah, he's just like a rude, like, was a big man in high school on the football team and grew up to be nothing guy.
So,
He's still a paladin.
so in other words, he took the opposite path that Siegfried did. Instead of Siegfried wallows in his own self-pity, but he doesn't, like, he still carries himself with an air of pride.
Mm-hmm.
But I might have this.
Zod is very much why me.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick me?
Woe is me.
It's like, I failed at my atonement. I failed at being a paladin. I'm rough. I'm boorish. I can't help myself.
So the exact person that God would go to be like, you can be better.
It's like, how better to show my power than
Moses.
you?
When you of all things. And people won't suspect you, so it's great.
Oh.
It's like you choose those that are the least likely, because that is a real show of power.
I have found that is the small things, the little things. in the
Those
world
that
make a
have nothing
difference.
and want nothing are the rarest gems.
Yeah, it's true. But
But Zod truly does want to be redeemed. Like he prays for his mindset to be changed. But he just is who he is.
I will.
He's very much like Bad Morgan.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Very much, but not as cheery.
Very simple, just more brooding than cheery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's more like Artemis and Trari.
After he starts going towards the good side of
If
it.
he was a paladin.
Yeah, right. Because I was like, the beginning of Artemis and Trari was nowhere bound by anything.
They had the big book 4 paperback at Barnes and Noble today. They didn't have any hardback. They didn't have they only had like 3 R.A. Salvatore books. They had like 2 I've never heard of in his section where his they're in alphabetical order.
What were they?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
They're probably from
There's been other things that he did, yeah, like before that he really did, D&D. But they had the 4th book of the Drits, the big ones.
Mhm.
They're like 3 books in one or whatever. They had the 4th one, volume 4 of that. The white paperback.
See, I have
I used to have those. I used to have all those white paperbacks.
I have all the individual paperbacks.
I had some story in individual paperbacks, like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But then I eventually. So do you remember Hastings?
Yes.
And they had used books.
Hastings, yeah.
I had literally bought all 6 volumes of the Drit story in hardback on used books from them.
Oh yeah,
And I
yeah.
got them all for like $6 each.
See,
That was.
the funny thing is the only book that I still have that was like of the original paperback Dritz books is Sojourn.
Yeah.
So it stands completely apart because the funny part is the smaller paperback books back then had smaller text on them,
Yeah.
and so they were shorter. They were just a little bit shorter and smaller. So you look at all the Dritz books that I have them all lined up on the like when you go in, we have like that bar kind of countertop so you can see through into the kitchen. I have them all lined up right there. And you just see Homeland, Exile, Sojourn. But I've got like 28 or 29 of them now. Still going. I'm almost at 30, but still getting there.
Yeah, I miss having that. That's one of the things I would reread.
After
Me as my daughter, I'm the king of rereads.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to borrow any of them, I got them.
Yeah, it's all good.
after
I-
everything's
A few years ago, I had to buy him a new set of The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because I wore out.
The old
I
one
wore
was
out the
falling
ending.
apart.
Yeah, I've read them so many times.
I got
That's why the movies drive me crazy. I almost had the damn books memorized.
I've got a really neat set of the Lord of the Rings books.
Okay, so we're finishing up.
Yeah.
Okay, my lovely snowflakes, that
Yeah,
will be
after
all
everything's-
for tonight. Understandable half day.
Like normal?
I mean, we could have gone and fought the hobgoblins, but.
Oh no, not yet.
after everything's fixed, then he's like, well, Ends usually hate it when you leave a mess. And so he actually
Cleans up the whole thing.
prestidigitation, starts cleaning things. Then he like sits down, he's like, oh yeah, oops. He's still a mess. So he sits down there.
Everything except for himself.
He starts cleaning up his areas, doing other stuff, and then he touches something, and he's like, oops. You clean it.
He's like the Wally robot.
He sits down. He's like, oh, oops. I gotta clean that.
Oh yeah, Kuga's doing her birthday stream. Let's go raid out to Kugachu.
To make sure first. Thanks, no problem. Thank you for the bit.
But
400 biddies.
No, I think my favorite book out of that whole series, even after reading I still love Homeland. I think Homeland is just one of
my favorite thing of the books are the soliloquies.
They're not rolling raids.
His thought.
And he started those.
They're not rolling raids.
Because, which is interesting too, because when they did, because they come out with something now that it's the Tao of Dritz, and it's just all of that in one.
Okay.
That was, I've been listening to that honestly, and one, the audio reader that's doing, actually doing a really good job. It's not the same one that does the rest of the book,
Okay.
but
The original Dritz had a German accent.
all throughout
Well,
That's
I'm not
what's
saying
the
that
name?
you guys
Luke
don't
got
make
the
it
idea
that
for
way,
the
but I'm just like
German characters
overly
and the Latino characters.
odd.
Because all of
I
the,
guess they'll just
all of the
raid
first
into
guys,
some
the
music.
had Latino names.
Guys.
Yeah, and then
Including Chad. Chad was more a Ronkar than he was anything. No, Diablo.
But I think the favorite thing that I had in Homeland was just seeing.
Bravo does, yeah.
Well, actually, no. Honestly, my favorite thing in Homeland was
Arm of the
actually
Devil.
to see why Dritz was different with because of Zack fame. It just made a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
And of course now because I don't know if you've read the newer books, but with the Timeless series, Zack Fane is returned.
Oh yeah.
Loth let him go.
That's kind of weird.
Well, she has a confrontation with Dritz, and she
What do
she
you?
knows what his
What is
answer is going to
wrong
be
with
every
this
time, but
thing?
she tries.
So there ended up being true that he was the chaos.
He doesn't reveal that, and it may be true, it may
I
not.
still feel
But
like it is.
I think it is, and she, because at some point Yavin returns as Yavin the Eternal.
Right.
She's been given a new body and everything because she can't remain being ugly. That's being ugly, old, and wrinkled. You can't do that. So she returns after.
That's Shaw.
She returns.
He's like, I have never been that.
And she returns, and she's. I think at this point she's like 38 or something like that in drow years.
Right.
But she's already capable of summoning one of the Queen's Guard handmaidens.
Oh, huh.
Every time I
Because she's
update,
dope.
shut down, it restarts.
Oh, yeah.
Last two times.
Why won't you
And shut
let
down,
me
shut down.
raid?
You said it.
That's not the button I pushed.
Go into your factory reset and save your files. Tell it to save your files and do a factory reset.
Oh, I guess
But
can
Dritz
I
ends up having a run-in
raid
with
Shimmer?
I think it's still doing the things. It's 'cause
and get hit by her whip, so he's practically just on the floor, paralyzed. And Yavin runs over and begins praying a spell of healing against him. And what
See that excitement? My DM screen fits in my campaign case.
Nice. But what she exactly says is, as she's pleading with love, she's like, "Heal him. I know that you care for him. Now heal him."
Oh, wow.
and all she hears is a whisper from the
Okay, I guess I'm rating
that
Shimmerl.
she
Because
earlier
it wouldn't let you
had
rate
a
Pikachu
vote
or
to
Forever
damage
Human.
that she got dispelled back
So
to
if you're subscribed,
this.
you can use this raid
And
message.
She says,
If you are not, this one does
She's
just
like,
as well.
So she summons her, Loth shows up because this Yuckle comes through and she makes the portal bigger.
Oh wow.
As Loth shows up in her brighter form, flicks her wrist, Yuckle goes flying across the room. She heals Tritz, then picks him up, smashes him against the wall, and just goes, now listen, we've played this dance long enough, but why don't you just come back and serve me? And they have this back and forth for a while. And she's like, all your friends could be safe. You would never have to harm them.
Yeah,
And
never
you
believe it.
all the
Never
power.
believe them when they say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to law.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Look, man,
the funny thing is,
These are my
Loth is
first.
honest
These
a
are my.
lot.
These are my first 2 pages of random.
Nice. But, you know,
I made it to
Loth makes a genuine bid for
economy and taxes.
Love is a genuine bid for, or she's trying to make a genuine bid for his soul, because if she can get him back, then it retains her dominion over Drow again.
Right.
But, so, you know, she offers him everything under the sun, but she already...